Hello everybody, this is Grumpy Old Gamer coming to you today with a little bit of gameplay of a game that I've been asked to take a look at by the dev. I believe I'll be the first person besides the dev making a video on the game. I know my buddy Razor did try to make a video on it yesterday, but he had some problems with some crashing the desktop, which has been resolved with the most recent patch, and I am now taking a look at a game called Embark. And you can see my people kind of walking around in the background over there that I had going with the last setup. And here's some of their fields and stuff where I was just testing how everything worked and testing the sound settings. But let's go ahead and exit out of this and go to the main menu. And here we are with the wonderful splash screen for Embark. And I forgot to mention, I'm Grumpy Old Gamer Reviews. Follow me on YouTube. I'm also Grumpy Old Gamer Reviews on Twitch. Make sure you follow. I do a lot of crazy indie titles. I like to do a lot of very interesting things, so make sure you check me out for a lot of good stuff coming up. Let's get into new game. And to pick a new game, you right click on the planet and you can kind of scroll around the planet. Now I don't know if that is a crashed spaceship up here floating above the ship, and we have like a damaged spaceship and we have crash landed somewhere. But let's pick out an area to settle on. Let's see. Should I settle on an island? Should I settle on a big piece of land? Let's settle on the coast here. Right down here. We will settle on the coast, where we can see that island out there. I do think is where we will end up. There we go, that should do it all. And we're going to test world under location, elevation, temperature, precipitation. It's going to be negative 14 Celsius to 17 Celsius. I don't know how hot that really is. Difficulty will set to normal, and let's go with next. Here we can see our layout. We have a customized start. We've got Frankie, who is a 39-year-old male, I do believe. He has adequate farming, adequate running, and mediocre mining. He is extremely aggressive, extremely optimistic, and extremely untrustworthy. And he is married to 55-year-old Shay Andrews, his wife. Frankie Andrews, his wife, Shay Andrews, who is a competent at slash weapons, passable with armor making, and mediocre with weapon making. Very adventurous, very conservative, and extremely fast. We also have Shaquina Reyes, 60-year-old, passable herbalism, slightly unreliable, extremely resourceful, and slightly uncaring. We also have Andres Terry, a 76-year-old, competent woodcutting, adequate masonry, mediocre blunt weapons, extremely bold, extremely unresourceful, and very imaginative. And we have Macy Terry, a 42-year-old, running, adequate running, passable Boyer, passable brewing, extremely imaginative, very aggressive, and very unspiritual. Okay, she's a passable brewing. Who else? We got farming, we've got running, weapons, masonry, a few things. Okay, let's go ahead. We've got few rations. You start with some food and seeds for crops. We've got few drinks. You start with a stash of booze, and you start with an axe and a pick. Now, we've got, I think we're gonna have to stay where we are, because I think if we choose plus and anything, we'll end up going over. So let's just go ahead and embark. And now it is generating the terrain, as you can see, as it's loading along across the bottom. I'm gonna try to keep these episodes at right about a 15-minute episode limit. So I'm gonna start this episode right about now, and we will see if we can keep these episodes down to about 15 to 20 minutes with this playthrough. Not sure what we're gonna call this town. What was this up behind there? What does this say? I'm not sure. I think that just says maybe the title. Making water. I'd like to learn to make water. I live in Flint, Michigan. We have terrible water here. They say they fixed our water here in Flint, Michigan, but they really haven't. They replaced the water pipes in the rich people's neighborhoods, but in the poor people's neighborhoods, they didn't replace pipes. They put filters on the taps, and now they claim it's safe to drink. It's just ridiculous. But enough politics. In real life, let's get back into the game. Alright, we got a nice little splash screen, Embark here with these very, with that big battle axe, looks very dwarven to me. I know this game is inspired by Dwarf Fortress, so. Okay, let's see, what did I load up on? Let's go up. Oh, it looks like I'm down in some sort of a valley. And yeah, it looks like we've started out down in a valley. Oh, a deep valley. Well, there. Well, I guess we'll have to be careful we don't get stuck on the sides of hills and things. Boy, we go all the way up to the top. There's not very many trees at all. This is going to be very rough start here. Let's see if we can back up. Oh, we're like in the middle of a mountain range, I see. So this will be a very dwarfish start. I wonder, boy, how do we move? Where did we go? Now, if the dev is watching this, is there a key to auto go to home? I don't see a key map anywhere. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means I haven't seen it. Now we can see everything's rotating. Where did those people go? Where did those people go? Oh boy, I've lost them in the mountains. Episode 1, Grumpy loses his people in the mountains. This may be a real short episode. It may just mostly be a launch episode, and I don't know. If I can't find my people, I thought they were right here in the mountains somewhere. Right near this mountain I did the top of, I thought. Where are they? Usually I can see movement and pick stuff out pretty good. Oh, they're there. Moving around down here and swimming. Okay, let's get this started, I guess. Let's see, the one thing I gotta do here real quick. I need to check my timer. Yeah, okay. Alright, now I gotta quit putting my arm on my timer so I stop messing it up. Okay, here we go. We've got 5 settlers with various degrees of skills. They have a little place down here. Do I want to cut down their only tree up here in the mountains? We need wood. Boy, this is going to be a really rough start. I see a few holes in the world. It looks like a few holes in the world. Boy, this is a difficult place to start now that we're up in the mountains. I wonder, can we get down? I think I'm actually just going to restart because this looks like it would be really hard to play up here in the mountains. I guess I could do it. Where did all the seeds go? I'm not going to get any Am I gonna get any flat land at all for farming? I don't think there's any dirt here. I could try to make a go of this play. I think I'm gonna do a restart. I think I'm gonna try. There's a dead tree. Green blocks, but no trees. Here's a bunch of trees. I guess we can come down here for our trees. So let's go ahead and select harvest trees. We'll come down here and we'll make a nice swatch. Get a few more. That should be a good amount of trees. In fact, let's just say our people came out of the mountain and settle over here, and we'll. Ooh, there's a couple holes over here. Let's come up here and make this area our home. Now, I'm gonna deforest it right off the bat like a good subversive race would. And let's go ahead and put in a stockpile for seeds, and let's put that stockpile right here. And my dog is wanting something. I don't know what she wants. You be good, girl. You sit and lay down for a minute. Now we got a stockpile for seeds. Let's go for a stockpile for raw food and drink. Let's put that stockpile right here next door. And here come our people. And let's go for a stockpile for wood. And let's place that up here. And let's see. These crevices make me nervous about what's in the ground. Let's go ahead and let's put in an underground base. Let's come over here and we're going to mine at a depth of 3 blocks right here. Mine at a depth of 2 blocks right here. And mine at the depth of 1 block right here, and that should create us a nice ramp down to an underground kingdom we can hopefully mine out and everything once the people get here coming across the mountain. Let's hopefully see if all 5 people can get here. Now I'm pretty sure we've got. I looked at the game just a short bit before I came in. Let's do a prospect. Here's normal mode. That'll tell us lush grass, light foliage, lush grass, fertile grass, fertile grass. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll put in. Oh, there was an edge there. That's one thing I have noticed. I don't notice as much some of the terrain changes in height. But let's go ahead and place a farm. Let's go with a 5x5. Oops, I didn't put anything on it. Let's go with a forest mushroom. I do believe we have forest mushrooms, so let's go with a 5x5 forest mushroom. They should get going on that. I think we might have potato also. Let me try a sister farm up over here. A 5x5. Let's see if we get the potatoes going too. Looks like everybody is falling asleep. And there we go with the sound. I don't know why the sound wasn't playing earlier. Maybe I wasn't clicked on the screen or something. Now, If I remember right, this was for seeds, and it looks like they're putting in a lot of seeds, so. Stockpile seeds, 18 of 30. And what are they stockpiling? Can I tell what's in that stockpile? Let's go to stock. Seeds. We've got 11 mushroom seeds, 12 mushroom seeds. So we got a bunch of mushroom seeds for our garden coming in. We'll see what the rest of this stuff when it gets over here. And it looks like everybody has fallen asleep for today in the game. They're all tired out. Now, hopefully they haven't started on that downward dig yet either, so hopefully they get into digging down into what's going to become an underground base. Let's come over here and take a look. That crevice doesn't go too deep. That crevice goes way deep. We'll have to be careful of some of these crevices. We should be able to work our way around some of the crevices, and now that we've come down out of the mountains, we should be pretty good for farms and stuff. It looks like they've gotten 4 piles of wood up, and we've got a pretty good start here. I'm gonna name this town Flint Town Review. Embark Flint Town Review. And Flint Town, of course, is my hometown. I'm gonna name my first video. This is like my first impressions, first look video at Embark. I want to thank the dev for reaching out to me and getting me a copy of his game. He sent me a copy of his game. It's been quite a long time ago I've gotten on this list for his game, and I do know that I was very interested in this game when I first saw it, but I let it mellow in the back of my mind for quite a while, and so now that he has spurred me on to make a video, I am glad to get a good video, and this music is starting to come up now. Hopefully it's not competing too much with my voice. They should be waking up here pretty soon. I don't know, but we're getting to about the point where it's going to be time to end the video. So this is Grumpy Old Gamer. Want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. And there should be a little video pop up to link you to the next video in the description. Thank you, and bye now. Let's go ahead and save that as test 1. All right, now thank you all for following.